Welcome, you are not here by accident. The unseen hand of divine order has led you to this moment as surely as the tide finds the shore. There is a stirring within you, ancient and familiar, the voice of the eternal saying, "Let there be light." And that light is your awareness awakening to the greatest secret ever whispered into human ears. Prayer is not asking, it is receiving. I speak not of ritual nor repetition, not of begging a far-off deity to alter the stars, but of the law of the word, the royal decree spoken from the throne of consciousness itself. For it is written, "By your words you are justified, and by your words you are condemned." Matthew 12:37. Your word is the instrument through which the infinite molds substance into form. Your word is seed, your subconscious mind is soil, and life itself is the impartial gardener, bringing forth after its kind. Close your eyes and feel the majesty of this truth. Every syllable you utter, whether aloud or silent in thought, carries within it the blueprint of a world. Words are living energies clothed with feeling, traveling into the depths of the subconscious, that great silent builder that never slumbers nor questions the design you give it. It accepts, believes, and reproduces according to your decree. When you say, "I am strong," the subconscious hears, obeys, and manifests vitality in every cell. When you say, "I am weak," it likewise obeys, for it knows no sarcasm, no doubt, only law. Thus, Proverbs 18:21 declares, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof." The fruit you eat is the harvest of the seeds you have sown in word and thought. Every complaint, every self-pitying whisper, every declaration of lack or fear, all are seeds that call forth their likeness. And every affirmation of harmony, of divine abundance, of health, of love, these too, become flesh and dwell among you. You are forever decreeing into the mirror of the infinite. The outer world is but your word made visible, crystallized into circumstances. When Genesis proclaims, "And God said, let there be light," it unveils the pattern of your own creative process. God is your own awareness of being. To say, "Let there be," is to conceive and feel the reality of that which you desire, as though it already is. And when you rest in the feeling of the answered prayer, creation is complete. The unseen responds, and in due season, what was invisible becomes form. Pause now and feel this. Your word is holy ground. It is the brushstroke painting the landscape of your tomorrow. Speak not carelessly, for the universe listens with perfect fidelity. If you would change the outer scene, change the script of your inner dialogue, the tongue of the Spirit must be tamed, disciplined, sanctified with truth. I recall a man who came to me many years ago, a merchant whose business had withered like a vine deprived of rain. He said, "Dr. Murphy, I have prayed for prosperity, yet ruin advances." I asked him, "What prayers do you speak in the secret of your heart?" He answered, "I keep saying I can't make it, nothing works for me, I'm finished." I smiled gently and said, "My friend, you are not praying to prosper, you are decreeing poverty. You are using the sacred instrument to destroy yourself. Reverse the decree. Say within, everything I touch prospers. Divine order governs my affairs. There is a lavish abundance flowing through me now." He began to plant new words each night before sleep, feeling their truth. Within 3 months, new contracts came as if from the ethers, debts dissolved, and he testified that unseen doors had opened, the law had not changed, his word had. So it is with you. There is no favoritism in the infinite. Your subconscious is like the soil of the earth, impartial, patient, exact. Whether you plant roses or thorns, it returns the harvest with unerring accuracy. Therefore guard your speech. If you would walk in health, speak of health. If you would dwell in peace, speak peace. If you would know love, speak love. The subconscious mind, that deep chamber of silence, that is the watchman at the gate of destiny. It is the womb of creation. By day you sow through thought. By night it broods upon the seed. In the drowsy borderland between waking and sleep, the gates stand open. This is the sacred twilight where your words sink deep and take root. In that moment, you are the divine farmer, whispering to the soil of eternity. The ancients called it the secret place of the Most High. Modern science calls it the subconscious mind. Psychologists speak of neural pathways, of the reticular activating system, of placebo responses. But the law is one. The inner belief becomes the outer fact. Experiments show that suggestion alters heartbeat, temperature, immune response, all because the body obeys the image impressed upon the subconscious. So when the scriptures speak of healing by faith, they describe the same phenomenon that laboratories now confirm. Feeling accepted as fact by the subconscious becomes experience. Therefore, prayer is not an appeal to change the infinite. It is the alignment of consciousness with the pattern of perfection already existing within you. You do not ask the sun to shine, you open the shutters of your heart. You do not beg the river to flow, yet you remove the stones that block its current. When you pray rightly, you simply accept that the gift is given, that the seed is planted, that the harvest is inevitable. And yet many approach prayer as beggars at the gate, thinking themselves unworthy, pleading for crumbs. They forget the royal blood that flows through their veins, the life of the eternal. To them I say, you are the temple of the living God. You are not apart from the source, you are its expression. To ask is to affirm separation. To receive is to recognize union. When you know that the Father and you are one, you cease asking and begin decreeing. Picture now a vast blueprint unrolled before the architect. He does not plead for the building to rise, he visualizes it complete. He declares the plan and the builders follow his word. So too your subconscious follows your decree. Visualization and affirmation are the twin pillars of creation, the word and the image united. When you speak your desire and see it fulfilled, you imprint both sound and sight upon the inner fabric of being. This is the marriage of heaven and earth, of spirit and form. There was a woman who came to me, frail and trembling, burdened with years of chronic pain. She had prayed for healing, yet no physician could aid her. I taught her the law. Every cell of my body is under divine order now. I told her to repeat this quietly before sleep, seeing her body radiant with light, feeling the joy of freedom as though it were already done. She obeyed. Night after night she sowed the seed. Weeks passed, and one morning she awoke without pain. Her physician called it spontaneous remission. I call it answered prayer, the subconscious accepting the decree of health. In the silence of your own being you hold the same power. Do not delay its use. Begin now to choose words of life. Every word you speak today will bloom tomorrow. Say often, everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Feel these as living realities, not empty sounds. Feel the joy of already possessing what you desire, for the feeling is the carrier wave that conveys the word into the depths. Emotion is the electricity that illuminates the blueprint. Without feeling, words are like seeds upon stone. With feeling, they take root and bear fruit 100-fold. Therefore, when you pray, do not strain nor beg. Enter the secret place of stillness. Breathe deeply and let your last conscious thought before sleep be the image of fulfillment. Say within yourself, my word is my seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Then rest, knowing the infinite has received your decree. As surely as the dawn follows night, manifestation follows belief. Remember the sacred rhythm. Word, image, feeling, manifestation. This is the divine sequence of creation, mirrored in Genesis, echoed in every heartbeat. The Spirit moves upon the waters, feeling. God says, let there be. Word. And there is manifestation. The same law works through you. Now hear this prophecy for your soul. You are the gardener of eternity. Your thoughts are seeds, your emotions the rain, your subconscious the soil, your destiny the harvest. Guard your garden. Plant only that which you desire to see bloom. Speak as one having authority, for authority has been given unto you. Let no idle word escape your lips. Let no fear write your script. For as you decree, so shall it be established unto you. Pause. Feel the stillness. The presence is here. It has never left you. Within this presence, the blueprint of your perfect life already exists. The health, the love, the success, the peace. All that is required is your acceptance through the living word. And now I give you your first sacred practice, your call to action. Part 1, Call to Action. Rewrite your script tonight with new words before you sleep. This very night, take a quiet moment. Close the door of your senses and open the door of faith. Write upon the tablet of your heart, or upon a page if you wish, the words you choose to govern your life. Erase every phrase of limitation. Replace I can't with I can. Replace I'm afraid with I am divinely protected. Replace I'm broke with I am supplied by the infinite in every way. Then speak your new script aloud in the stillness. Every cell of my body is under divine order now. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Let these words sink deep into the fertile soil of the subconscious. Feel their life. Know that the moment you speak them with conviction, the creative process begins. The unseen builder has received the plan, and tomorrow and the days that follow, the blueprint shall take form. Prayer is not asking, it is receiving. You have spoken, heaven has heard. Now rest in the peace of knowing that what you have decreed is already on its way to manifestation. Night descends not as an ending, but as a holy invitation. When the world grows quiet, when lamps are dimmed and hearts turn inward, another kingdom stirs, the silent dominion of the subconscious. Here, beneath the noise of the day, lies the workshop of the eternal, the secret chamber where every prayer is shaped into form. The ancients called it the secret place of the Most High. Today we name it the subconscious mind. Whatever name you give it, know this: it is the watchman at the gate of your destiny. By day you sow, by night you reap unseen. In the drowsy borderland between waking and sleep, thought becomes substance. This is the tender hour when the gardener of the soul bends low to plant his seeds, and the soil never rejects, it receives. Therefore guard the threshold of sleep as you would the treasury of a king. What you whisper here is law to the builders of the night. Listen. Every word uttered before sleep travels into the depth of the mind like a seed carried by wind into fertile ground. The conscious mind slumbers, but the deeper self, the infinite craftsman, labors without rest. What image, what feeling, what decree shall it work upon tonight? That is the question of every soul. If you end your day with fear, you bequeath fear to the night. If you end with praise, you bequeath creation to the light. I have watched men and women transform their lives by understanding this single truth. One merchant came to me weary with debt, despairing that ruin stood at his door. He would fall asleep repeating, I cannot pay my bills, tomorrow will be worse. And so it was. I told him, change your last thought before sleep. Whisper not defeat but victory. Let your final word be a decree of abundance. He began each night to murmur, infinite supply meets all my needs now. I rest in divine order. Tomorrow unveils prosperity already prepared for me. Within weeks, clients returned, opportunities arose, and the shadow of lack dissolved. He had discovered the sacred portal between worlds, the whisper before sleep. In that twilight state, when consciousness wavers and the senses grow dim, the subconscious stands unguarded. It is then that suggestion enters like a king returning home. The words you speak in that moment are royal edicts. The body, the affairs, the environment, all obey. For the subconscious is literal. It accepts your word without question. It is written, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. Isaiah 55:11. Your mouth is the gate. Your feeling, the power that sends it forth. Modern science confirms what prophets intuited. During the hypnagogic state, the gentle descent into sleep, the brain becomes extraordinarily receptive. Theta waves open the door between conscious and subconscious. and suggestion enters unhindered. This is why the ancient mystics prayed lying upon their beds. They knew that in stillness the seed takes root. Let us consider again the great pattern of Genesis. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Creation begins with evening, with rest, with darkness, with surrender. The pattern is eternal. First night, then day. First invisibility, then manifestation. What you plant in the evening appears in the morning. Thus your nights sculpt your tomorrows. I remember a woman who longed for harmony in her home. Quarrels filled her days and tears filled her pillow. I said, cease rehearsing discord before sleep. Let your last words be peace. She began to whisper, divine love fills this home, peace reigns here, joy flows through every heart. Soon, without effort, gentleness replaced anger. Laughter replaced accusation. She had not changed her family, she had changed her inner decree. The subconscious, fed with peace, expressed peace. My beloved friend, prayer is not confined to daylight petitions. The most potent prayer is the quiet murmur that precedes sleep. For in that hour, the conscious mind, the doubter, the questioner, grows still. The gate opens and the infinite hears only the tone of feeling. If you drift into slumber feeling defeated, the creative power works faithfully to produce conditions matching defeat. If you drift into slumber feeling fulfilled, the same power fashions fulfillment. The law is impartial. It mirrors belief. You may ask, how shall I practice this? I call it the whisper method. When the day is done and the lights are low, recline in ease. Breathe gently until all tension melts. Then imagine, as vividly as a child imagines a story, the state you desire already fulfilled. If you seek healing, see yourself whole. If you seek reconciliation, hear the voice of forgiveness. If you seek success, picture the contract signed, the door opened, the handshakes of completion. Let emotion rise, not frantic excitement, but quiet joy, serene certainty. Then whisper your decree in the rhythm of your breath. It is done. It is done. Thank you, Father. Or, I am now what I desire to be. I rest in the finished work. Repeat until the whisper becomes a lullaby and you drift into sleep carrying the vibration of answered prayer. Your subconscious will work all night to reproduce that condition in form, for that is its nature, to objectify the idea impressed upon it. Remember, the subconscious has perfect memory and perfect obedience, but no initiative. It does not choose, it accepts. You are the chooser. The conscious mind is the gatekeeper. Suggestion is the key. Therefore, never surrender the key to fear or resentment. Forgive before sleep, release the day, speak only words you wish to see made flesh. The psalmist sang, I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. This is not mere poetry, it is instruction. To lay down in peace is to end the day with harmonious feeling. To dwell in safety is to abide in the consciousness of divine order. When you do this, you enter the same rest described in Hebrews 4. The rest of knowing the work is finished in the unseen. Even now, as you listen, let these affirmations breathe through you. I live, move, and have my being in divine order. Every cell of my body is under divine command. I am surrounded by love, protected by peace, guided by wisdom. Tonight my word goes forth and shall not return void. Feel their gentle rhythm. Each phrase is a key, each feeling a current carrying you deeper into the river of creation. Soon you will sense a warmth, a subtle peace. That is the sign the subconscious has accepted your decree. You have entered the Holy of Holies, the meeting place of God and man. Science calls it the suggestive state. Scripture calls it the still small voice. Whatever name you prefer, know that it is the same creative silence that moved upon the waters in the beginning. Out of that stillness came light. Out of your stillness will come manifestation. Do not strive. Rest. Faith works in rest. A student once told me, Dr. Murphy, I tried to practice your method, but my mind wanders. I said, let it wander gently back to your image. Do not fight the waves. Float upon them. Each return to the image strengthens the impression, just as repeated strokes carve deeper grooves. Within a week his wandering ceased, and he reported dreams of success preceding actual opportunity. The whisper had become his compass. My friend, tonight the Infinite invites you to speak softly at the gate. You need not shout to be heard in heaven. A whisper clothed in faith is louder than 1,000 cries of fear. The subconscious responds not to volume but to conviction. Even one sincere statement felt as true outweighs hours of anxious repetition. Let the philosophers debate. Let the skeptics reason. Truth remains. What you feel as true manifests. The laboratory calls it placebo, the mystic calls it faith, the poet calls it vision. But all describe the same law. Feeling impressed upon the subconscious becomes form. Therefore, before sleep, impress only that which you wish to express. If resentment or worry tries to enter, forgive it swiftly. Say, peace, be still, that's, and replace the image with its opposite, gratitude, love, confidence. For as darkness cannot resist light, negativity cannot resist love. Love is the solvent of all error. Now imagine the coming night as a vast garden. You stand at its gate with a pouch of seeds, your words, your images, your emotions. The moon of divine intelligence shines upon the soil. You kneel and plant. I am whole. I am prosperous. I am loved. I am guided. Then you cover the seeds with the mantle of faith and walk away, knowing the morning will reveal sprouts of answered prayer. The process is certain. Every night becomes creation's workshop, every dawn the unveiling of your decree. Thus the Gospels declare, whatsoever things ye desire when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Note the tense, believe that you receive, not shall receive, but now. The moment of belief is the moment of reception. Sleep then as one who already possesses. And should you awaken in the night, repeat your whisper. Do not fall into worry. Fall back into creation. Each return to the phrase deepens the groove of acceptance. Soon your whole being will vibrate with the truth of it, and circumstances will arrange themselves accordingly. The subconscious marshals persons, events, and conditions to fulfill its accepted pattern. You need not know the how. That is the Infinite's domain. Your task is to decree and feel. Let us affirm together as souls standing beneath the same starry sky. My word is alive with divine power. As I sleep, my subconscious builds the pattern of success. Divine intelligence works through me, for me, and as me. I rest in perfect faith, and all is well. Let those words linger like incense in the air. Soon the peace they carry will fold around you like soft light. You will know that you have prayed aright, not by effort, but by inner stillness. That stillness is the sign of answered prayer. Tonight, when you lay your head upon the pillow, make no petition, only declaration. Whisper gently, it is done. Choose one desire, form its eyes. Mage, clearly feel it realized, and let your final conscious act be to breathe that feeling into sleep. If worries intrude, bless them and return to your whisper. This is your secret covenant with the Infinite. Do this faithfully, and within days you will sense movement in the unseen, circumstances shifting, help arriving, intuition guiding. You will have proven to yourself that prayer is not asking, it is receiving. Sleep now, beloved soul, under the wings of divine love. Your word has gone forth. The builders of the night are at work. Rest in peace and awaken to light. The night has completed its holy labor. The unseen builders have shaped the pattern you gave them, and now, beloved soul, the dawn unfolds like a scroll of light. You open your eyes not to another ordinary day, but to a page fresh from eternity. Be still for a moment before the first thought rises, for in that tender hush between sleeping and waking, you stand again at the threshold of creation. As evening is for planting, morning is for decree. The universe listens to the first vibration of your heart, as a musician listens for the tuning note before the symphony. Whatever tone you strike at dawn becomes the theme of your day. Do you not remember the pattern? And God said, let there be light. Creation began at morning's word. So too must you speak light into your world. Your first words are the royal decree of a king returned to his throne. Let them be words of life. Close your eyes once more, feel the pulse of life in your chest, and whisper inwardly, "This is the day the Lord hath made. I rejoice and am glad in it." Divine intelligence governs every step I take. Everything I touch prospers. Breathe these as though each breath were a brushstroke upon the canvas of the day. Your subconscious, still soft from the night's dream, receives them as commandments. They will shape the hours ahead with invisible precision. The mind that awakens in gratitude opens a current of power the world cannot measure. When you rise murmuring complaint, you tie yourself again to yesterday's shadow. But when you rise murmuring praise, you ascend into a new creation. Therefore, let your first act be thanksgiving, not to beg, but to bless. Stand before the mirror of the morning, look into your own eyes, and speak as to the divine within you. Good morning, beloved self. You are the expression of the infinite. All power, wisdom, and love flow through you now. Do this not mechanically, but with quiet reverence. Your reflection will begin to glow with awareness. You will sense that the same light which rose over Eden rises through you. Now visualize the path of your coming day. See every encounter bathed in harmony, every task completed with ease, every need already supplied. See yourself walking through the hours as one, clothed in calm authority. This is not idle fantasy, it is mental blueprinting. Whatever you design here will become fact in time and space. I recall a young architect who came to me many years ago. He dreaded his mornings, saying, "I awake heavy, anxious, and the day collapses before it begins." I taught him the morning creation ritual. Each dawn he sat quietly, breathed the name of peace, and declared, "I am guided from within. Today unfolds in divine sequence." He pictured himself walking through his office, radiant and confident. Within weeks the heaviness vanished, clients multiplied, and he confessed, "The day obeys my first thought. So it shall be for you." Your morning thought is the captain of the ship. The crew, your subconscious faculties, await orders. If the captain greets the day shouting confusion, the crew runs in circles. But if the captain steps upon the deck with poise and declares, "Set sail for calm seas and golden harbors," the voyage unfolds accordingly. Therefore, issue your command with serenity. Science echoes the same truth. Neuroscientists tell us the brain upon waking is still in the suggestible alpha state. The curtain between conscious and subconscious remains half open for a few precious minutes. That is the golden window of creation. In those minutes, you may impress success, health, and joy as easily as clay receives a seal. Do not squander it scrolling through the sorrows of the world. Speak your world into being. Let your morning words be few but potent. Divine order governs my day. The Spirit within me knows the way. All that I need flows to me now. Repeat them with feeling, not haste. The feeling is the spark that sets the engine of creation in motion. Emotion colors thought as sunlight colors the dawn. Without it, affirmations are pale sketches. With it, they blaze into life. Then, before you step into the outer world, pause at your door or window and lift your gaze to the horizon. See the world as a mirror of your inner decree. Bless it silently. Peace to every soul I shall meet today. May all who cross my path feel the fragrance of divine love. You have now consecrated the day. Whatever arises henceforth will serve your good, for the decree has gone forth from your heart. There was once a nurse who told me she dreaded her morning rounds. She would wake already tired, her thoughts repeating, "Another long day." I advised her to begin each dawn saying, "I minister to the life of God in every patient I touch." She began to feel love instead of weariness. Soon she found new joy in her work, and her superiors noted a strange calm about her. She had changed nothing outward, only her morning decree. The law fulfilled it faithfully. So must you approach each sunrise not as one at the mercy of chance, but as a conscious builder shaping the structure of experience. You are the architect of the hours. Your blueprint is your thought. Your tools are word and feeling. When anxiety whispers, "What if this goes wrong?" answer gently, "There is nothing to go wrong, for divine order governs all." When fear murmurs, "You are not ready," declare, "I am guided and equipped by infinite intelligence. Soon fear will vanish like mist before the sun." Let these become the rhythm of your morning. I live this day in perfect harmony. Every meeting is blessed. All that concerns me is now under divine control. If, in the course of the day, events appear contrary, do not react. Reaffirm. The seed of your morning word is already in the ground. Storms may shake it, but they cannot uproot it. Return to your decree, and peace will return to you. Remember always, prayer is not asking, it is receiving. When you affirm at dawn, you are not pleading for light. You are standing in the light already given. You are saying, with the Christ, "I thank thee, Father, that thou hast heard me." Gratitude seals the manifestation. Gratitude is the signature of completion. Now, beloved soul, let us breathe together once more. Inhale slowly and think, "I receive." Exhale softly and think, "I give thanks." Do this 3 times. You will feel a subtle radiance arise in your chest. That is the sign of alignment. Carry that radiance into your work, your family, your journey. Wherever you go, know that divine intelligence goes before you, making straight your path. If noon brings weariness, close your eyes for a single breath and recall your morning decree. The law responds instantly. You will feel renewed. The river of life flows unbroken through every conscious return to truth. Tomorrow, when dawn touches your window, do not rush into the clamor of the world. Remain still for 2 minutes. Before you touch your phone or speak to another soul, touch the infinite within. Breathe deeply. Feel life entering you. Whisper your decree. Today, divine order governs my life. I am guided, protected, and prospered in all I do. Visualize the coming hours shining with harmony. Feel gratitude as though all good things were already accomplished. Then rise and walk forth as the embodiment of your word. You have created the day in advance. You will meet only that which you have decreed. Say within you now, "My word goes before me this day and prepares my way. I walk in light, I live in peace, I act in wisdom." So it is, and so it shall ever be. Beloved soul, 3 dawns have passed since the law was unveiled to you. Your word is seed, you're feeling the rain, your faith the sunlight. Now we come to the discipline that separates hearers from doers, the fast of the tongue. For it is written, "Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips." Psalm 141 verse 3. A fast is not starvation but consecration. When the ancients fasted from food, they sought to cleanse the body of impurity. When you fast from idle words, you cleanse the mind of poison. For every careless phrase is a seed, and the garden of the subconscious never sleeps. Many pray for health while murmuring sickness. Pray for peace while rehearsing discord. Pray for abundance while declaring lack. Thus they cancel their own decree. So for 7 sacred days I bid you enter silence of mastery, not the silence of emptiness, but the silence pregnant with deliberate speech. Proverbs 18:21 proclaims, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." The tongue is not bone or muscle alone, it is the steering rudder of destiny. A single sentence charged with emotion can build a bridge or burn a kingdom. When you speak, your words become messengers winged with feeling, traveling through unseen corridors to reproduce themselves in form. Therefore the word fast is the training of the royal decree. For 7 days you shall watch your speech as a guardian watches the gates of a city. No negative, no complaint, no self-pity, no gossip shall escape your lips. If such words rise, you will replace them instantly with their opposite. Say not, "I am tired," but "I am renewing in divine strength." Say not, "I can't afford this," but "Infinite supply meets my every need." This reversal is not denial, it is declaration. You are rewriting the blueprint of life. On the first day, simply watch. Hear yourself speak. Notice how habit uses the tongue without supervision. Do not condemn, observe. Awareness is the dawn of dominion. Write every phrase that weakens you. That night, burn the list in symbol of release and whisper, "I choose words of life." The second day you practice substitution. Each time an old phrase arises, pause, breathe, and replace it with its divine equivalent. When another complains, you may answer gently, "All things are working together for good." Your calm response will lift the atmosphere. You will feel invisible currents shift around you. The third day is devoted to silence. Speak only when speech builds. Withdraw your energy from idle talk. The world will rush to fill your quiet with noise, but you shall remain as a still lake reflecting heaven. In silence, you will hear the whisper of guidance. The subconscious, no longer battered by contradiction, begins to harmonize your affairs. Now that the tongue has been tamed, you must give it holy work. Throughout this day, repeat inwardly, divine order governs my life. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Let these become the undercurrent of every conversation. You will notice doors open, people smile, coincidences align. These are not accidents, they are the echo of your decree. Bless everything you see. Bless the traffic, the strangers, the weather, the bills. Bless the one who criticizes you, for blessing is spiritual judo. It turns force into favor. As you bless, you align with the creative current, and the universe begins to bless you in return. The act of blessing heals the subconscious of fear. Old habits may attempt to return. Do not battle them. Reaffirm the truth. Say quietly, peace, be still. Then continue in your chosen word. Each repetition deepens the groove of mastery. You will feel lighter, freer, as though invisible chains have fallen away. On the final day, speak only gratitude. Thank the infinite for the visible and the unseen. Thank your body for its faithful service, your mind for its clarity, the world for its reflection of your growth. Gratitude seals the harvest. When the 7 days close, you will find that your very tone has changed, softer yet stronger, quiet yet irresistible. You will have proven the secret. Control of speech is control of destiny. A teacher once wrote to me, I began your word fast on a Monday. By Friday, my classroom, once chaotic, had become peaceful. The children mirrored my new calm. Another, a businessman, reported, I replaced every complaint with all things moved toward my prosperity. Within a week, a contract long delayed was released. The law is impartial. It works where it is honored. Modern science again confirms the principle. Researchers tell us that words spoken with emotion alter heart rhythm, hormone balance, immune response. Positive speech raises coherence. Negative speech breeds stress and decay. The body is a servant of belief. Thus, the word fast is both spiritual and physiological healing. Each evening of the 7 days, enter the inner chapel of silence. Review your words without judgment. If you failed, forgive yourself instantly, for guilt is another negative word in disguise. Say, I begin again renewed. Then speak your nightly blessing. My word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Sleep in that vibration, and the next day will bloom accordingly. Hear now the promise of Scripture. Thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee. Job 22, verse 28. Your decree is established because the subconscious accepts it as law. Through 7 days of watchfulness, you train your tongue to decree only that which uplifts. Soon it will become natural to speak truth. You will find that your environment mirrors your purified word. Relationships gentler, health stronger, supply more abundant, peace more constant. This is not miracle, it is order. Beginning tonight, commit to the sacred experiment. For 7 consecutive days, speak no negative, idle, or fearful word. Replace every adverse phrase with its divine opposite. Write your chosen affirmations each morning and evening. Bless all persons and events that arise. Record the changes you observe, outer and inner. Say often, my words build, they never destroy. I speak only that which I desire to see. My tongue is the pen of a ready writer, inscribing harmony upon the scroll of life. At the end of 7 days, you will not return to the old language of defeat, for your heart will have tasted the power of creative speech. You will know by experience that prayer is not asking, it is receiving, and the received blessing begins with the spoken word. Beloved soul of the morning light, by now you have learned that your word is law, your thought blueprint, your feeling the life breath of creation. Yet even the most luminous architect must clear the foundation before he builds anew. So today I bring you to the secret chamber, the chamber of forgiveness. For no garden flourishes while stones of resentment lie hidden beneath the soil. The subconscious, impartial builder cannot raise a palace upon a ground vibrating with anger or bitterness. Forgiveness is the master key. It frees the architect's hand and opens the floodgates of divine flow. The inner law of release. When you say, "I cannot forgive," you bind yourself to the memory of pain. The mind clutches the offense as though it were treasure, but it is a stone tied to the soul. Forgiveness is not approval of wrong. It is the release of your creative energy from the past. It is written, "Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven." Luke 6:37. In metaphysical law, this means the measure you release is the measure you receive. Hold another in bondage of blame, and your own creative flow is bound. Set them free in consciousness, and your own life rises in peace. I have seen bodies heal when bitterness dissolved. I have watched fortunes return when old grievances were buried. A woman once came to me tormented by arthritis, her hands stiff and swollen. As we spoke, her story poured forth, a betrayal years before, still unhealed. I guided her to speak nightly before sleep. I fully and freely forgive everyone, and I radiate divine love, peace, and goodwill to all. Within weeks her hands grew supple, for the spiritual current once obstructed was flowing again. Remember, every cell responds to thought. To forgive is to set the body in rhythm with life itself. Forgiveness as spiritual science, even modern psychology glimpses this law. Neuroscientists tell us that resentment repeats the pattern of stress. The body relives the injury as though new each time. Forgiveness, they say, changes the chemistry of the brain. Peaceful thoughts release healing hormones. Science whispers what Scripture declared long ago. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. You are not changing the outer offender, you are cleansing the lens through which you see the world. I teach this sacred method, proven through years. Enter the silence each evening. Sit in stillness until your mind becomes calm. Imagine a radiant light filling your heart. Bring before your inner sight the image of each person toward whom you hold grievance. See them bathed in that light. Say slowly, "I release you, I bless you. The same life that lives in me lives in you. We are both expressions of one infinite mind." Feel the emotion of peace. Let it rise until it floods your being. Then affirm, "Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me." Perform this for 7 nights and you will sense a lifting of weight as if chains had fallen away unseen. Forgiveness is not performed once. It is lived continually. For as you advance in power, life will present new tests of love. But the forgiving soul is invincible. No arrow of malice can wound one who answers with blessing. When you have cleansed the heart through forgiveness, you must learn to maintain your inner climate. Just as a gardener fences his field against wandering beasts, so must you protect your mind from intrusion. Your subconscious accepts whatever is impressed upon it, whether from your own words or the world's noise. Therefore you establish daily decrees, sentences of power that set a magnetic boundary. Each morning, before you leave your chamber, declare aloud with feeling, "Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Only good comes to me, only good goes from me. Every cell of my body is under divine order now. I am divinely guided in all I do." Feel these not as hopes but as facts. Your subconscious, accepting them, projects circumstances to match. Thus, like a king wearing the seal of his kingdom, you walk clothed in invisible armor. A mother once wrote to me, "My son, a soldier overseas, was constantly in danger. I decree daily, divine love surrounds him. God's wisdom guides his every step. He returned unharmed." Of Vic 10 telling me, "I don't know how I escaped so many close calls." Another, a merchant traveling through storm and loss, affirmed each morning, "Only divine order governs my path." While others suffered collapse, his business expanded, his peace remained unbroken. This is not superstition, it is law. What you consistently affirm with feeling becomes your vibratory shield. Fear attracts its likeness, faith repels it. Therefore keep your decrees as a daily rhythm, a sacred habit of the mind, the inner architecture of protection. The subconscious accepts the dominant picture, and that picture becomes your invisible environment. When you affirm protection, you are not begging an external deity to intervene. You are awakening the inner power that governs cause and effect. Your decree builds a wall of harmony around you, not to isolate but to elevate. Like a lighthouse amid the storm, your consciousness becomes a fixed point of calm. Then even hostile forces touching your aura of peace are transformed by it. Remember the Master's words, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you." That peace is the atmosphere of divine love realized. It is impenetrable because it is inclusive. It blesses all who come near. When Jesus said, "Resist not evil," he did not mean yield to darkness. He meant dissolve it through understanding. Your protective decree is not defiance but affirmation of truth. It says, "There is no power opposed to God, and God operates through me now." When forgiveness and protection unite, you have cleared the soil and fenced the garden. Now every seed you plant must prosper. No more will hidden resentment choke your roots. No more will stray fears trample your blossoms. You walk in the cool of Eden again, where every word bears fruit after its kind. Stand therefore in your sacred authority. Speak the decrees of light not as ritual but as realization. You are the voice through which the infinite creates anew. Let us speak together as one consciousness. I release all resentment, all fear, all guilt. I am free and I set all others free. Divine love fills me, flows through me, and heals all that I touch. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. My word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Pause. Feel the vibration of peace moving through every nerve, every cell glowing with new light. This is not imagination. It is spiritual electricity reordering your entire being. Modern observation affirms what the mystics knew. Studies show that hearts practicing gratitude and compassion emit measurable electromagnetic coherence, a field that influences those nearby. When you maintain forgiveness and affirm divine protection, you become such a field. You literally radiate order. Chaos cannot enter a system vibrating in coherence. Thus the forgiven and protected soul walks in serenity amid turmoil, as Daniel walked unharmed among lions. Therefore, this day declare, the old has passed away. Behold, I make all things new. When memory of injury returns, speak gently. Peace, be still. Refuse to rehearse old stories. You are not the same self who suffered them. You are reborn each moment by the decree of love. And when the world whispers fear, answer with calm majesty. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Repeat until you feel its reality. Then go about your work knowing that unseen hosts accompany your steps. Tonight before sleep begin this sacred work. Forgive all. Review your day. Release every name, every face, every memory. Say, I bless you, I release you, and I am free. Affirm your protection. Declare, divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Only good comes to me, only good goes from me. Sleep in that peace. Your subconscious will accept the decree and rebuild your world in harmony. Practice this for 7 nights. Notice how your body lightens, how your mind clears, how events align without strain. You will awaken to the truth that the power of life flows unhindered through the forgiving heart, and that love is the ultimate protection. Beloved soul, pilgrim of the word, you have come far. You have sown the seed, tended the soil, guarded the gate of thought, and cleansed the heart with forgiveness. Now the circle must widen, for the law you have proven within yourself must now be joined with others. The single flame must become a fire. For where 2 or 3 gather in the name of truth, there the infinite stands revealed. The law of multiplication. In the solitary practice, your word becomes seed. In the group consciousness, it becomes harvest. The universe echoes the vibration of agreement. It is written, if 2 of you shall agree on earth as touching anything they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. Matthew 18:19. Agreement is not mere words spoken together. It is unity of faith, resonance of purpose, a shared conviction that reality bends to divine decree. When hearts join without fear or rivalry, the creative law responds with multiplied power. Thus, the final stage of the revealed secret is this: the collective utterance of truth, the harmony of many voices speaking as one consciousness. This is group word power, the symphony of creation. The hidden physics of collective faith. Modern science catches faint glimpses of this mystery. It measures what mystics knew, that intention synchronized among many minds produces measurable fields of order. When groups meditate, crime rates fall, storms divert, hearts heal faster. The pattern is consistent. Coherent thought transforms probability. This is not superstition, it is spiritual mathematics. Each consciousness is a tuning fork. When several vibrate in the same key of love, the whole field sings. Your subconscious is not isolated, it is a wave in the ocean of the universal mind. When you and another speak the same word with faith, your waves interfere constructively, amplifying the pattern. The effect is exponential, not additive. So in this final revelation, I call you to conscious fellowship, not of creed or ritual, but of decree, the circle of the word. Imagine now a circle of souls gathered not in any temple made with hands, but under the wide canopy of spirit. No walls divide them, for their meeting place is within. Each heart a lamp, each voice a note in the eternal chord. They begin in silence, for power is born from stillness. Then one speaks. Divine love surrounds us, enfolds us, and protects us. Another repeats, and another, until the sentence ripples through the group like wind through wheat. Each repetition gains tone, each heart adds color. Soon the air is alive, as if unseen choirs echo the words. When they affirm, everything we touch prospers. You can almost hear the fabric of circumstance rearranging itself. This is the sacred economy of faith. Thoughts combined become substance. The architecture of collective prayer. In ancient times, builders raised cathedrals stone by stone. Each mason knew his block supported another. So too does group prayer raise invisible temples, structures of thought through which divine light filters into the world. Each affirmation is a stone, each loving feeling, the mortar that binds. If one speaks without conviction, the others hold the pattern steady until faith awakens. Thus no soul is left behind. The weak are strengthened by the strong. This is why community is holy, not for its ceremony, but for its resonance. 1,000 candles do not compete, they share flame. When humanity learns to speak as one in love, wars will cease, disease will lose its dominion, and the earth will shine with remembered divinity. Unity, a demonstration of the law. Once during a dark season of famine in a distant land, a small congregation gathered nightly to speak words of supply. They had little, no rain, no harvest, no hope. Yet they met each dusk, joining hands, saying, "The fields of the Lord are full, and we are fed in plenty." Villagers mocked them. Still they persisted. After 7 weeks, clouds gathered, rains returned, and the land brought forth fruit beyond record. Coincidence? No. Conscious cooperation with the unseen law. A modern echo. In a hospital ward, families of patients began repeating one affirmation daily. Life divine flows through every cell of our loved ones now. Within days, recovery rates soared. Doctors, puzzled, called it anomaly. But the soul who understands the law smiles, for there are no anomalies in spirit, only responses to the spoken word. Becoming a living blessing, you need not gather multitudes to wield this power. 2 hearts in agreement suffice. Even your silent intention for another becomes a bridge of light. When you pray for a friend's healing, see them radiant, whole, vibrant with divine order. Affirm, you are God's perfect idea, untouched by time or fear. The subconscious of both will answer. Thus you bless without effort, heal without strain. Let your home become a sanctuary of such decrees. Gather your family, your companions, and speak blessings aloud each morning. Bless your dwelling, your work, your city. Say peace reigns here, harmony dwells here, prosperity flows here. These vibrations seed the atmosphere. They travel farther than your hearing, touching hearts unknown to you. The science of spoken harmony. If one could see with spiritual eyes, they would behold rivers of light streaming from the lips of those who speak truth. Each affirmation is a filament weaving itself into the tapestry of the collective mind. When billions of threads hum with faith, the fabric of the world glows. Therefore never say, "My little word cannot matter." Every word is eternal in the field of consciousness. A single loving phrase may alter destinies unseen. This is why I tell you, guard your gatherings from gossip and complaint. A group that complains amplifies chaos. A group that praises multiplies miracles. The same law used wrongly becomes curse, used rightly becomes blessing. Therefore decree only the beautiful. The covenant of the new word. From this day let there be formed a covenant among awakened souls, a pledge to use speech only for creation, never for destruction. Let every community be a circle of builders, each vow a cornerstone. The covenant is simple. We speak only what we wish to see. We affirm the good, the true, the eternal. We bless all life, knowing all life is one. When such a covenant spreads across the earth, nations will change by unseen means. The law of agreement will work silently through commerce, art, science, and governance. The word will reclaim its ancient throne, then shall be fulfilled the prophecy. The knowledge of the Lord shall cover the earth as the waters cover the sea. Your role in the Great Awakening. You who read these words are not here by accident. You are a seed of this new dispensation. Your decree, your faith, your voice are instruments of cosmic renewal. Do not doubt your significance. Every affirmation you speak in love sends ripples through the collective soul of humanity. When you declare peace, the tide of war weakens. When you bless prosperity, doors open for those you may never meet. You are a transmitter of divine order. Therefore begin where you are. Gather 2 or 3 friends of like spirit. Decide upon a single decree to shape your week. For example, divine intelligence governs our affairs with perfect success. Or love, peace, and supply flow through all we do. Speak it aloud together each morning or evening. Feel its vibration filling the room. Write it, sing it, embody it. Soon you will notice a magnetic change, a sweet, effortless synchronicity. This is the proof of the collective word in action. The final affirmation loop. Now, beloved, let us seal all that has been taught. Close your eyes. Breathe the breath of peace. Repeat with me, not as repetition, but as realization. Every cell of my body is under divine order now. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. My word is my seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Feel the truth move through you. Feel it reach beyond you, into your home, your city, your world. For there is no separation in spirit. Your affirmation joins the chorus of awakening souls across the earth. Together you are forming the new Eden, built not of stone but of sound, not of doctrine but of decree. Let the wave expand, peace to all beings, health to all bodies, prosperity to all lives, wisdom to all minds. This is the benediction of the new word. This is the prayer that receives as it speaks. Part 6. Call to Action Group Word Power plus Closing Affirmation Loop. Gather this week with at least one other seeker. Join your words as one living flame. Choose one divine decree. Speak it together for 7 days, morning or evening. Visualize its fulfillment as already accomplished. End each gathering with gratitude and silence. Then watch as the law responds in ways beyond calculation. You will know, beyond intellect, that prayer is not asking, it is receiving, and the receiver and the giver are one. Go now, bearer of the living word. Your voice is the instrument of divine renewal. Where you walk, let light follow. Where you speak, let creation blossom. For you are the seed and the sower, the garden and the gardener, the word and the world made one. So let it be, and so it is. And now the circle closes where it began, in the silence before the first word. For the power that formed galaxies and breathed life into dust still speaks within you. Every truth uttered in love endures. Every affirmation born of faith becomes flesh. You are no longer a seeker of miracles, you are the miracle speaking. The voice you once thought your own is the very voice of the infinite, whispering creation through your tongue, painting new worlds with the syllables of light. So walk forth, radiant soul, not as one who hopes for divine favor, but as one who is divine favor in motion. Let your words be blessings, your thoughts be prayers, your presence be proof that heaven is here, now. And when the final breath returns to the silence, may it carry with it this eternal decree: I have spoken only love, and love has spoken through me. I am the Word made visible. So it is, so it shall ever be.